Welcome everyone, today we bring you an overview of all Star Wars LEGO helmets, a collection that has been growing over the years, and you might think that it should have stopped to surprise and make us crave every new release by now, but well, LEGO does what LEGO does, and even if you're not much of a Star Wars fan, these Star Wars LEGO helmets might just turn you into one. Boba Fett Helmet 75277. We're going down memory lane to revisit all LEGO Star Wars helmets, starting with the very first build and display piece released in 2020, the now retired 75277 Boba Fett helmet. As the first set in the series, it quickly captured fans' attention and hinted at the lineup's potential. The Boba Fett helmet is an upgraded version of the Mandalorian design, featuring a black visor, red accents, and the unmistakable green bow that makes it undeniably Boba Fett. This is a fairly modest entry into the series, originally retailing for about $60, it hasn't skyrocketed in value, and it still sells for a reasonable $70 to $80 on the secondary market in 2025. With 625 pieces, it's a solid build and makes for a great display piece. The set also includes a nameplate. Up next, we've got another signature Star Wars LEGO helmet set, the 75276 Stormtrooper. It's clear that when scheduling these early releases, LEGO was carefully testing the waters to see if there'd be demand for this new helmet series. Like Boba Fett, this one also dropped in 2020, and many fans consider it to be the better of the two. Stormtroopers are often the punchline in the Star Wars universe, but here LEGO really stepped up. The helmet captures the shape so well, especially the part where the Leia induction filters are, giving it a sense of depth and structure that looks fantastic on display. The build is slightly larger than Boba Fett's, coming in at 647 pieces. It commands a great presence in any room and feels substantial in person. Originally retailing for about $60, the secondary market value has seen this one rise significantly. It now goes for around $140 to $160 with strong demand for mint condition sets. So if you've got one sitting around unopened, you might be in for a tidy profit, though personally I couldn't part with mine. If you thought the Stormtrooper helmet looked awesome, just wait until you see the 75274 TIE Fighter Pilot, also released in 2020 and now sadly retired. With this one, LEGO made it clear where the series was headed. While Boba Fett's helmet felt a bit flat in comparison, the TIE Fighter Pilot is a serious level up in the shape, and new parts included the round tiles with the Empire emblem and the hoses for the Leia induction filters. Even though it clocks in at 724 pieces, the build feels so engaging you wish it had more. The result is a bold, all-black helmet that grabs attention with its intricate contours and striking profile. It's a stunner on any shelf. Originally priced for about $60, its value has gone up significantly. Mint condition sets now go for about $260 to $290 on the secondary market via websites such as Bricklink and Brick Owl. Is this one of the most collectible Star Wars LEGO helmet sets in the lineup? Very likely. Moving into the next year, we have the 75305 Scout Trooper helmet, and yes, you have guessed correctly, this set is now retired as well. It comes in at 471 pieces, as it is the first and one of the few helmets from the entire collection which looks smooth and not blocky, with a well-shaped visor and mask and really just few studs exposed. That really makes it unique, and it is worth getting it or adding it to your Star Wars LEGO helmet memorabilia. It's still fun to have on a shelf, although the set's value has not really gone up that much on the secondary market over the years, which means you can purchase it at a nice price even today. When it originally launched, the Scout Trooper helmet retailed at about $50 and it's going for around $70 to $80 today. Enough Star Wars nobodies, right? Next up we've got the Emperor's top honcho, Darth Vader himself. The 75304 Darth Vader helmet is a fantastic sculpt, coming in at 834 pieces with a whole lot going on underneath the mask. First off, this LEGO helmet set is set to retire in 2025, and honestly, we think it's a real steal right now. If you're watching this in 2025 and it's still on the shelves, grab it. The secondary market is likely to reward you with a tidy return once it's gone. It definitely is a fun set to build, hiding a lot of snot techniques and usage of hinges to make the rim on the helmet. You can't miss that iconic brooding stare even if it's tucked away on a shelf. collectors are already showing serious interest, with retirement looming and the current price sitting at around $80. We're predicting a big jump in value once it hits the secondary market. And here is one more bold prediction. We wouldn't be surprised if LEGO gives in to fan pressure and reboots this one in a redesigned edition down the line. Released in 2022, the 75328, the Mandalorian helmet, is still on the shelves and currently retailing for $70. It's a slightly smaller set at 584 pieces, but it's a fan favorite nonetheless, especially after the massive success of the series. In our opinion, the set feels a tad overpriced, but it definitely strikes a chord with LEGO enthusiasts. The aesthetics are clean, with a nice mix of dark bluish grey and black bricks to capture the signature Beskar shine. The helmet includes metallic bricks, giving it that satisfying depth. As you near the final steps of completion, the Beskar armor effect really comes to life and gives the helmet a sharp, polished finish. Well, I have veered on a tangent here, so I just have this to add. Great set, everyone, and you can still get it, at least as of May 2025. The 75327 Luke Skywalker Red 5 helmet is a truly exciting addition to the Star Wars LEGO helmet lineup. This set marks the first time we've seen the iconic helmet from Episode 4, A New Hope, worn by Luke Skywalker himself during his decisive attack on the Death Star when he actually destroys it. The set surely has one of the most unique shapes of all from the LEGO Star Wars helmet collection, and it has the least exposed studs. So, if you like clean sets and you stand on the Rebel Alliance's side, this helmet might just be the right one for you. It's also the only one which is hollow from inside because it is not covering the whole face. Among the 675 pieces, you'll find printed round tiles with the emblem of the Rebel Alliance's Starbird, some details on both sides of the helmet, and of course the tile with the information, which is also printed out like with every other set in the series. Sadly though, there are stickers used at some places, but if you prefer not to apply them, it will still look awesome. Now for the bad news, of course. Although this 675-piece set was launched in 2022 and sold for only $70, it's already retired in 2025. Surprisingly, the secondary market price hasn't jumped up too much, which could be because there are still plenty of copies floating around, but this might be your chance to grab it before it's gone for good. Overall, this set is a fantastic addition to the collection with very little to fault in the design. If you're a fan of the Rebel Alliance or just love a good build, this one is definitely worth considering. The LEGO 75343 Dark Trooper helmet is indeed a standout set for those who appreciate the more intimidating and sleek designs from the Star Wars universe. It captures the essence of the Dark Troopers perfectly, presenting a helmet that reflects their steely and unyielding nature. The red eyes are a striking feature, and they do an excellent job of conveying the cold, emotionless presence of the Dark Troopers, all with the use of a few red transparent bricks and clever building techniques. The black patches across the eye slits really add depth and character to the helmet, making it a captivating display piece. With 693 pieces, the set offers a solid build experience, and although it has been retired, its relatively low price on the secondary market means fans who love this specific faction of the Star Wars universe will have an easy time tracking one down. The Dark Troopers may not be as iconic as some other characters in the Star Wars universe, but this Star Wars LEGO helmet is definitely a unique and well-executed tribute to their intimidating presence in the galaxy. Downside here though is the use of stickers, but we've got to admit that the aggressive shapes and transparent red eyes really make up for that. Alright, this one may appear unusual to some, but it's an iconic recreation from the movie franchise. The Princess Leia bush helmet was first seen in Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi in 1983, when she infiltrated Jabba the Hutt's palace. The set was released in 2022 and it came in at 670 pieces. It has since been retired and it originally retailed for $70. There has not been much of a secondary market value movement for this one, which could be a great opportunity for fans who are peaked and want to get this one off a resale on the internet to try their luck. It definitely stands out with the way it is designed, and again, just like the 75327 Luke Skywalker Red 5 helmet and the 75305 Scout Trooper helmet, this set comes with a minimal number of exposed studs. Snot and clever usage of LEGO hinges awaits you in 75351 Princess Leia Bush helmet. This is another retired set in the LEGO Star Wars helmet collection, and it's one of the most sizable choices here. Originally retailing for about $70, it still sits around so you can freely snatch one copy out. Now, we do like Commander Cody, and we love the effort LEGO has put into recreating the helmet. There have been a few minor critiques here, like the grey piece used for the antenna and the angle of the visor, but we'd say these are tight design choices that work well overall. Alright, now for a set you may want to grab, we recommend 75349 Captain Rex helmet. We'll try not to be too biased here, but come on, it's Captain Rex after all. Released in 2023, the set has since been retired. It features 854 pieces in the box, and the set originally retailed for about $70. Honestly, it's no surprise this Star Wars LEGO helmet set stands out, because, well, Captain Rex is a fan favorite from the Clone Wars and Rebels, voiced by the iconic D. Bradley Baker, known for his memorable line, "Live to fight another day, boys, live to fight another day," which you can hear in your head every time you look at the finished helmet, and I'm pretty sure you don't hear my voice, but that of D. Bradley Baker. In a word, Captain Rex has a bit of a cult following. He's the moral compass of the Stormtroopers and of the 501st Legion, if you will, and this build really captures and radiates the character's inspiring personality. What else can be said? Go and get one! After LEGO didn't really say much about the Star Wars helmet collection in 2024 and got people worried for a while, the 75429 AT-AT driver helmet was announced to put our worries to rest and inspire us with this absolutely stunning piece of artwork. The set's release date is May 10th, 2025, and it clocks in at 730 pieces. The set is set to retail for about $70 and it will be around for a while. The design is sharp and it definitely captures the AT-AT driver's look. Year after year, we can see how more complicated and delicate the builds have become. There is a subtle blend of old sets and new designs that really make the latest releases stand out, even though it's a little hard to put into words, I suppose. The AT-AT driver's helmet still looks formidable, but it's not just about mass, right? It's the elegant front of the helmet that is receding as it pulls farther down the cheeks. And even though the set becomes bulkier at the rim, these are still calculated decisions that manage to accentuate and add to the overall design of the set. Lastly, despite the interesting building techniques and complex shapes, there are stickers used for detailing, and well, I think you get our attitude towards stickers. This is one of the newest additions to the collection that arrived on May 1st, 2025, and it consists of 616 pieces. It retails for $70. Now, some fans have remarked that the set is a little bit on the expensive side, but it's actually thematically fit, with the 75409 Jango Fett's Fire Spray Quastar ship also coming shortly. Now, we can definitely see ourselves getting both, as they're very inspiring. 75408 Jango Fett helmet is really accurate to the movies, and despite the fact that the shape is the same as that of the 75277 Boba Fett, the colors are correct and the swipe trim above the visor, which is the only notable difference between the two helmets here, is represented in the form of stickers, for which you have to have a surgeon's hand to apply correctly in order to make it look okay. Well, this quote-unquote minor gripe aside, we think that the Jango Fett helmet 75408 is still very much a worthwhile purchase. The 75415 Kylo Ren Star Wars LEGO helmet has definitely caught the eye of fans. This set became available on May 1st, 2025, making it the freshest addition to the lineup at the time of shooting this video. It retails at $70 with 529 pieces. It's a bit on the low side piece count-wise, but it makes up for it in design. The build features printed elements that add a distinct and unmistakable character to the helmet. These printed pieces are used sparingly by LEGO, usually when they really want to make an impression, and in this case they've absolutely nailed it. It's also a reminder that it's been 10 years since Star Wars The Force Awakens introduced Kylo Ren to the big screen and split the fan base over Adam Driver's portrayal. Still, the reception to this set has been very positive and we expect fans to be really satisfied with it. So good job LEGO. Well, that wraps it up for today, as we have run through all the Star Wars LEGO helmet sets released by the company. Thank you for watching and until next time.